Hey guys, this video is all about reviewing your negatives. Now, if you're like me, you've probably optimized your campaigns for quite some time now. And in the course of that time, you've probably done a lot of negative phrases and a lot of negative exact match types inside of either your ad groups or your campaigns. Now, while that's good and it can save you a lot of money, oftentimes what we could do potentially is over-optimize. And when we over-optimize, we may be telling Amazon that we're not interested for our ad to be served. So this happens quite often, and we notice that when there's too many negative phrase matches or too many negative exact matches, or if the keywords that you've used are too similar to some of the main keywords, and all of a sudden you had really good visibility for a certain keyword, and all of a sudden it just got turned off and there's no more impressions for that particular keyword, a lot of times it's because of over-optimization. So one of the strategies in this cleanup is to go into your back end and to look for all of the negatives that are inside of your campaigns to see if, one, are there too many of them in there? And two, are they closely related to what you're selling? Is it a search term that is very, very similar to the search term that really closely describes what you're selling? So there's a couple of ways to do that. What you could do is you can go into Seller Central, and you can review them one by one. Now what I've done is I've toggled based on impressions, and as you can see over the last 7 days, I have several campaigns that simply aren't getting a lot of impressions. Now that could be because of bid price, it could be because of increased competition, it could be for other reasons also, but this particular reason is what we're going over right now is because of excessive negative phrase match or exact match. So you could go in there one by one, and you can select each campaign and then review negatives that way. Or inside of PPC Entourage, what you can do is you can go to the new filter in the Advanced Bulk Optimization section called Review All Negatives. What you do is you select your campaigns and your ad groups, and then what you're going to do is click Apply, and all of the negatives across all of the campaigns you selected and all of the ad groups you've selected are going to show up over here. And what it's going to do is it's going to show you the particular keywords, and you could also change the state. So the reason why this is important is because it may take you a long time to go through all of these different campaigns and do a review of all the negatives. And now you can do them all at once. And what I want you to do while you're going through this is to ask yourself, is this keyword, is it closely related to what I'm selling? Is it a phrase match keyword that maybe gets rid of, maybe it's too closely related to what I'm selling and it may stop you from getting visibility or impressions on a particular product or campaign. And you can go through these one by one to see if this is something that could help you out. Now, we've used this strategy on some of our clients who all of a sudden their impressions went down, and we would go into that particular campaign and basically start fresh. We would eliminate all of the negatives inside of the campaign, work with the bid prices to get more impressions, and then start to slowly add back your negatives over time. What you could do is you can go into these campaigns, select the ones that have low impressions, and you could start by eliminating some of these negatives. If it's really not getting a lot of visibility, you can eliminate all the negatives, and then go back in and slowly add your negatives back. Give it a little time to breathe. Maybe raise your bid prices a little bit. Make sure your budgets are capped, so you don't want to go blow through all of your budget all at once. But then go ahead and slowly add back your negatives and see if that gave your campaign a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more room to breathe. Once again, we are cleaning up in these modules, and this tool will allow you to do it a lot faster.